Today, I'll be going over the top vintage Yu-Gi-Oh sales of Duel Monsters, GX, and 5Ds cards from the past week, April 4th through April 10th. And we have two beautiful misprint cards selling this week at their all-time high prices that you won't want to miss. Let's jump right into the top Duel Monsters sales. Number 10. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition Magic card, Monster Reborn. It's a PSA 9, Pop 52, selling as a best offer for $775. Now, this is a 52% drop from the all-time high price of $1,600 back in April of 2021. After the $4,000 non-legit sale last week of a Monster Reborn, I think this one is more reflective of the current market environment. This is the only Duel Monsters era Magic card in the top 10 this week. Number 9. From the set Magician's Force, we have the ultra rare first edition Fusion Monster Dark Paladin original artwork. This one's a PSA 9, Pop 176, selling as a buy it now for $800. Now, this one's down 68% from the all-time high of $2,500 back in July of 2020. This is the highest population card on this week's top Duel Monsters sales, although that includes both original and corrected art Dark Paladin until PSA fixed that on their website recently. Number 8. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Exodia the Forbidden One. This is a BGS 8.5, selling as a buy it now for $905. For comps on that, there's 144 PSA 9s, selling at right around $3,000 for the all-time high. I'm not a huge fan of the half grades. It makes comparisons a lot more difficult due to the really low populations of any half grade cards. Number 7. From the set Magic Ruler, we have the secret rare first edition monster card Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. It's a PSA 10, Pop 164, selling as a best offer for $1,700. That's a drop of 61% from its all-time high of $4,350 back in April of 2021. This is the first of 4 Gem Mint PSA 10 cards in the top 10 Duel Monsters sales this week. Number 6. From the set Metal Raiders, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Time Wizard. That's another PSA 10, Pop 111, selling at auction for $1,784. That's a 51% decrease from the all-time high of $3,651 back in April of 2021. Now, this one's the first of 3 Metal Raiders cards this week. Any guesses as to what the other 2 might be? Number 5. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Blue Eyes White Dragon Asian English. This one's a BGS 9, Pop 50, selling as a best offer for $1,800. That's a 38% drop from the all-time high of $2,904 back in December of 2020. So we've got Asian English Blue Eyes graded 9, selling as the same price as a Blue Eyes Toon and Time Wizard graded in a 10. Pretty interesting comparison there. I feel like I'd rather have the 10s, but I can't argue against Blue Eyes. Number 4. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Dark Magician Asian English. This one's a PSA 8, Pop 16, selling as a buy it now for $1,873. Now, this one would be a 498% increase from the previous all-time high of $313. However, I'm not so sure this sale is legitimate. We've been seeing some funky sales of Asian English cards recently for way higher than they should be going, so I feel like this may fall into that category. Number 3. From the set Metal Raiders, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Summon Skull. It's a PSA 10, Pop 104, selling as a best offer for $2,100. This one's 37% down from the all-time high of $3,330 back in October of 2021. And this is even down from recent sales in January and February of around $3,000 each. Number 2. From the set Metal Raiders, we have the secret rare first edition monster card Gate Guardian. This is a PSA 10, Pop 90, selling as a best offer for $2,775. That's down just 34% from the all-time high of $4,211 back in February of 2021. Now, this is the smallest drop from all-time high price other than the Asian English Dark Magician this week, which I suspect wasn't a legitimate sale. And cool to see 2 of the top 3 cards coming from Metal Raiders this week. Number 1. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is a BGS 9, Pop 168 in PSA, selling as a best offer for $5,600. Now, this is way down 67% from the all-time high of $17,100 back in February of 2021. Blue Eyes has actually been the top sale on the week for 3 of the past 5 weeks. Not super surprising considering how popular and iconic it is, but an interesting stat nonetheless. Before we get into the top GX era sales, I'd like to announce this video's giveaway. I'll be giving away an original Horn of Heaven and Goblin Attack Force to one of my subscribers who likes this video and comments letting me know your favorite card from this week's list. And if I reach 500 subscribers by the end of April, I'll be giving away this 25th anniversary Dark Magician to one random commenter from any video in the past month. So the more videos you commented on, the better your chances of winning. Now on to the top 10 GX era sales of the past week. Number 10. From the set Enemy of Justice, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Destiny Hero Dreadmaster. It's a PSA 10 Pop 11 selling as a best offer for $150. This is a drop of 25% from the all-time high of $200 back in September of 2019. I almost didn't include this card, but I wanted to get an even 10 cards in the GX list. Number 9. From the set Rise of Destiny, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster Dark Blade the Dragon Knight. This is a PSA 9 Pop 20 selling as a best offer for $215. This one's a new all-time high on the card, a 41% increase from the previous all-time high of $153 back in May of 2021. I think this card's Ultimate Rare foiling just looks amazing, despite not being as iconic or rare as many other GX monsters. Number 8. From the set Power of the Duelist, we have the Ultra Rare First Edition Fusion Monster Elemental Hero Flare Neos. That's a PSA 10 Pop 33 selling at auction for $305. That one's a 59% drop from its all-time high of $750 back in May of 2020. This has the highest population of any GX card this week. Number 7. From the set Rise of Destiny, we have the Ultra Rare First Edition monster card, The Creator. It's a PSA 10 Pop 34, selling as a buy it now for $410. This one's down just 2% from its all-time high of $420 back in January of 2022, just a couple months ago. Now, this is the third and final Ultra Rare to make the list this week. That's the most GX Ultras we've had in a weekly top 10 this year so far. Number 6. From the set The Lost Millennium, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition monster card, Ancient Gear Golem. This one's a BGS 8, Population 8, selling at auction for $572. We've actually had no sales on an 8 before, so this makes a new all-time high. The all-time high for a PSA 9 copy of the card is $1,165. Number 5. From the set The Lost Millennium, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. That's a PSA 9 Pop 32, selling its best offer for $750. That one's down 51% from its all-time high of $1,540 back in May of 2021. That makes back-to-back cards from the Lost Millennium. One of the really nice things about GX is that we usually get representation from a really wide range of sets, unlike the Duel Monsters era, where there's just so many LOB and MRD cards in the top 10 every week. Number 4. From the set Shadow of Infinity, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition monster card Hammond Lord of Striking Thunder. It's a PSA 9, Pop 13, selling at auction for $940. This one's down 26% from its all-time high of $1,275 back in January of 2021. Now, we've seen 4 recent sales of this card, and one was $1,600, but all others were right around $1,000. I suspect that $1,600 sale was shillbit or something. It's not listed on PSA's website, so I kept the all-time high as the previous one. Number 3. From the set Cybernetic Revolution, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition spell card Miracle Fusion. It's a PSA 10, Population 1, selling as a buy it now for $1,350. There's no prior sales of this card, so this is a new all-time high. This is the only spell card and the lowest population card in the GX list this week. Number 2. From the set Force of the Breaker, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition monster card, Harpy Queen. And this isn't just any old Harpy Queen. This one's a misprint where the name has been shifted down. Not only that, it's a PSA 10, just a Pop 7, selling at auction for $1,350. Now, this is a new all-time high on the card, a 35% increase from the previous all-time high of $1,000 back in May of 2020. Although I'm sure that all-time high price doesn't include the misprint premium that the buyer is paying for this card. I just love seeing those Ultimate Rare misprints, especially where the foiling is moved around. They just look so cool. Number 1. From the set Gladiator's Assault, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Fusion Monster Rainbow Dragon Chaos Neos misprint. This one's a BGS 9 PSA Pop 15, selling at auction for $2,106. The PSA website actually has no records of this card selling in the past in PSA 9, so this is a new all-time high on the card. Just imagine what the price would be for a PSA 10. It's super cool to see 2 misprints as the top 2 GX sales this week, including the iconic Rainbow Dragon Chaos Neos misprint. I wonder if something like this could trigger more misprint sales in the near future, or at least people posting them on eBay to see what kind of offers they can get. Now we've got the top 5D sales of the past week. There are only a few notable sales as I try to cut things off around the $200 mark. Number 3. From the set Duelist Revolution, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Fusion Monster Dragon Knight Draco Equiste. That's a PSA 9 Pop 15, selling as a buy it now for $283. There's actually a new all-time high on the card, a 39% increase from the previous all-time high of $203 back in June of 2021. There's only been 2 prior sales of this card, so not a lot of data to go off of. Number 2. From the set Storm of Ragnarok, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Synchro Monster Legendary 6 Samurai Shien. That one's a PSA 9 Pop 11, selling as a best offer for $375. We've got no prior sales listed on the PSA website in a Pop 9, so we've got a new all-time high on this card. Number 1. From the set The Shining Darkness, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Synchro Monster, Blackwing Dragon. This one's a PSA 9, Pop 57, selling as a best offer for $500. Now this one's down 38% from its all-time high of $810 back in December of 2020. Despite being the top 5D sale, this is the only card to drop in price from its all-time high on this week's list. That's the end of this week's Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch.